Let's talk about that right now. Clarity in business, because clarity means you can see where you're heading. And I want to go through four key points that will make all the difference. So where are we? Let's get this screen up for you. Because every moment you don't have clarity in business, whether you are small business, medium or large, micro business, you're struggling along. It's like you're swimming through molasses. So we say, why get clarity in your business sooner rather than later? Whether you're driving the car and the windscreen's dirty, or it's like me swimming down the beach the other morning, my goggles are dirty and you can't see, well, you can half see. It's a struggle. But the clearer you are as to where you're heading, what you're building, what the future looks like, what the steps are to get there, the more motivated you are. Empower, giving you the power to move forward. Empower, giving you the authority to move forward, giving you the permission to move forward, giving you the permission to not only see the future, but then create the future. As Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. If you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. So first principle is this. Most people are hoping they know what's over the next horizon. Now, particularly with coronavirus and some of the crazy things that are going on right now, the future at one level is unpredictable. But as the football coaches say, the great Rick Charlesworth, hockey coach of gold medal world championships, control the controllables. Control the controllables. What are the things you can control? Well, you can control the vision of the future is going to look like. And as the great Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about, you want to be defined by your vision of the future, not your memories of the past. Now think about that. You want to be defined by your memory, by your vision of the future, not your memory of the past. So what does your future look like? So when we coach people, we start to drill right down into what your future looks like. What is the future you want to create for yourself, your family, your bank balance, your health, your business, your sense of freedom, your sense of self-control? What does that future look like? If you don't capture it, you can't create it. So we work with people to do that, so that you know where you're heading. Yeah, yes, the plan might change, but some plan is better than no plan. Some plan is, hey, Shaz, how you going? Sharon smiles. Now, Sharon, we know you know what your vision, some both the short, medium, and long term. And in fact, that's what we're talking about here, is the importance of knowing what your 90-day plan is. Because one of the things we say is, even if you've got a 5-year vision, you better have a 90-day plan. So we talk about smart 90-day planning. Smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and relevant, with time trackable tracing, time trackable traceability. There is a science to not only mapping out your vision of the future, but also the 90-day smart plan. In fact, I'm going up to Geraldton next Thursday to work with a company up in Geraldton, where that's what we're going to be doing, is mapping out not only the 12-month plan, but then the 90-day campaigns and what that actually looks like over the course of the year. Smart planning. And then that means we get the team aligned all on the one page. So most people are hoping. Hope is not a plan, as my good friend and client David Horlock, super champion manager of British Standards Institute, said, hope is not a plan. Hope is not a plan. You need to know, and that's where the 90-day plan comes in. Let's go to the next point. The next tip. Most businesses, and where are we here? Most businesses are very, very poor on the implementation of plans. One thing's having the plan, the 90-day plan, the 1-year plan, the 6-month plan, the 5-year plan. But as this statement says, ideas are useless unless used. The proof of their value is in their implementation. Until then, they are in limbo. Look at that. That's Professor Theodore Levitt from the Harvard Business School. He's a legend in management consulting and educating and empowering business people. Take a look at that. Ideas are useless. I like that. Ideas are useless unless used. The proof of their value is in their implementation. Until then, they're in limbo. In fact, when we're talking about this, we talk about at the base level of the ladder of business evolution. You know, you're in non-existence. It's just an idea. In terms of the physical world, where you're actually going to generate revenue and cash flow, it's just an idea. It's in non-existence. We've got to get it out of non-existence into the physical world, because it's only in the physical world where you're actually going to have a transaction occur. So most businesses are very poor on the implementation. And that's what we see so much on the internet is, you know, pumping out all this knowledge and all these courses online and do a course and do a course. And that's all very well, but then you need implementation. And what that then means is at times you've got to interrupt, which is one of the I's we talk about. You've got to interrupt your existing pattern. So we can give you simple, easy, effective solutions that will guarantee increase your profitability and growth. But you've got to implement those simple, easy, effective solutions. And that's why what we do differently at the Everyday Empowerment Institute is put you into an ecosystem where you're not just learning, but you are then working to implement. There's accountability. And people say, Leigh, that's what we really like. In fact, one of my clients just the other day, when we're working on not only the creation of the marketing plan and the product launch plan, but the implementation of that plan, Leigh, we're better off this week than we were last week. And we're better off last week than we were the week before, because we're making progress. We're not just talking about this. We're not just doing an online course and going, that feels really nice. You know, it's like, you know, say peeing in the wetsuit, showering with the raincoat on, showering with an umbrella. No, it's about implementation. And that's what we do. The difference that we do at Everyday Empowerment Institute, empower, where we're giving you the knowledge and the systems, but then we're working with you to implement that. And so in fact, literally one of the people at swimming training this morning, she's working through the MP3 program and the base level. She goes, Leigh, I can't believe what this is doing. And this is another one of the I's we talk about: immersion, 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 immersion. You must be immersed in the new knowledge, immersed in the new thinking, not just watching YouTube clips or watching Netflix. That's not going to do it. It's about the implementation. And this is another one. Guy Kawasaki, one of the original founders of Apple, he talked about the Apple evangelist, but I like this. I love this quote. Organizations are successful because of what? Because of good implementation, not good business plans. You can have the best plans in the world. That's what we say. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is not power. It's the implementation. It's the putting the knowledge into action that gives you the power. And that's why you need to be part of an ecosystem, part of a coaching ecosystem where it's about implementation. As I said, there's just too much telling and too much selling on the internet, and not enough. Now, how do I implement that to actually get the return on investment, ROI, another one of the I's. So most businesses are way too poor when it comes. Phil Oxenberg, how are you, mate? Thanks for watching. This is point 2. Most businesses are too poor on the implementation of plans, but one, have the plan, but then now be part of an ecosystem to implement those plans. So again, you want some help on that, touch base, do one of our discovery calls. We talk about a business empowerment discovery call. Point 3, most people think there is no cost in delaying the decision. Look, I'll put it off. But it's the 8th wonder of the world working against you, and you don't even know it. What the heck is he talking about? Most people think there's no cost in delaying a decision, but it's the 8th wonder of the world working against you, and you don't even know it. What am I talking about? Well, this is what Einstein said, that he said compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. And he or she who understands it earns it, and he or she who doesn't pays it. Compound interest, day by day, week by week, month by month, interest growing. The problem is this, and maybe what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be really clever. I'm going to stop the share right there, and I'm going to go back up and use the whiteboard. Here I go. Here we go, using the whiteboard. Let's do it. Here we go. I'm going to draw something. Hopefully it's going to work for me. Okay. So here you are today. And this is where you want to be in the future. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the track. Here's the straight line. Here's the almost straight line. Things don't go in straight lines, because up here is everything working out perfectly. And so what happens is you make the decision today and you work up, up, up. That's where everything works out perfectly. Alternatively, what happens is, what if it doesn't work out so well at all? In fact, you get, a substandard performance. Now, the fact is that will go like so. Now, what are we saying here? What are we saying here? What we're saying is that right here today, the decision you make today can either get you moving in the direction that is going to create an ideal outcome, or the decision you make today to do little or nothing leads to a whole other place. What are we saying? That's the eighth wonder of the world, compound interest. This is compound interest working for you. This is compound interest working against you. So that's what I'm saying right now, is that if you do nothing, if you decide to do nothing, it doesn't mean there's no cost. In fact, there's a severe cost. It's compound interest working against you and you don't even know it. In other words, if you're serious about the ideal future, if you're serious about, Mark Anderson, how are you, mate? If you're serious about, and Mark, you're in real estate, you know what I'm talking about here. Delaying a decision doesn't mean nothing happens. Delaying a decision means compound interest is working against you. Want to find out more? Give us a call. Do one of our business empowerment discovery calls. What are we talking about? What decision? Where are you at today? Where do you want to be tomorrow, the next day, 1 year, 2 years from now? Make a decision. Make sure you're on the right path to empowering your future, creating your ideal future. So bonus point 4 is this. You can, at times in business, you're running your own business, whether it be Phil Oxenberg or Sharon or Chris, anyone in business, you can say, okay, I want to grow the business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire another person. Now you can hire another person in the next 90 days, or you can do something a little different, which I want to talk about right now. When you invest in another employee who's capable of generating more sales and more business and more revenue, you're probably up for at least another $80,000 or more. And again, there's no guarantee that it's actually going to work. And what we're saying to our clients is the new employee, of course, is going to follow your existing plans and your existing culture and your existing thinking and your existing, what we might call, business astigmatism. In other words, whatever glasses you're looking at the world through in terms of growing your business, that employee is going to follow that plan. But how do you know that you're actually looking at the future through the best possible glasses, through the best possible strategy? It's always a good idea to get another person's view, a mentor's view. In fact, as Richard Branson says, mentoring is the hidden advantage. He says you can take a good business person and make them a great business person by get them coaching and mentoring. You can get coaching and mentoring. And so how do you know? If you're struggling and if you're saying, I want to grow, I'm frustrated with where I'm at, whether it be small, medium, or large business, then best thing to do is book a business empowerment discovery call with me. Business empowerment discovery call. I'll put the links on these programs, because one, what happens when you book that business empowerment discovery call is, one, we send you out our short business diagnostic questionnaire survey, where you take a look at what are the areas we need to improve on, where am I frustrated, and what are my actual top 3 problems or challenges I'm facing. Because again, if you're running your own business, in most cases, you're talking to yourself. You know, who do you bounce ideas off? Which again is one of the reasons, if you're a self-employed person, who do you bounce ideas off? To, you know, I keep thinking back to Maxwell Smart and the chief in the cone of silence. You know, you need to want to go in the cone of silence and have a conversation about where am I at? Am I seeing things as clearly as I should? What am I not doing that I could and should be doing? And then in that business empowerment discovery call, one, we start to focus in on those top 3 areas. And what we want to do is give value, give you a taste of what we can do to help you. Now, again, we might decide to do some business together and we might not. That's okay to see, are we a good fit or not? But what you will come out with is you will come out with a clearer, more powerful, empowered view of the future. Tools, taking our 70 years of experience and plugging it into your business. That's what we want to do to help you. Free, no obligation, a complimentary business empowerment discoveries call. So take advantage of that offer because we can only do a few of them each week. It's a 30-minute business empowerment discovery call, and it's going to help you find the fastest way to get from where you are now in business to where you want to be. So click the link that I'll put below on this free complimentary 30-minute business empowerment discovery call. In the 30 minutes, you're going to discover the solution to the shortest possible path for you to have clarity to get exactly what you want, where you want to go, creating that vision of the future. We're going to show you some of the insights and the results from our latest research, the latest research we've done on both small, medium, and large businesses from a whole range of industries, from real estate to manufacturing to agricultural chemicals to timber. We'll talk about building, real estate. Let us share with you some of the things that we've done to help our clients very often achieve 30% sales increase over a 6-week period. That's the business when we love helping people get sales increases, business performance improvements, you know, as I said, profitability and growth improvements, simple, easy, effective solutions, simple, easy, effective solutions to grow your business. And in many cases over a 6-week period. And boy, talk about compound interest. Instead of doing nothing and watch the compound interest go the wrong way, the compound interest moving the right way. And then you'll be shown the systems that we put in place that have enabled this to become the new standard. We talk about the new norm, the new normal of performance using the everyday empowerment systems that we have. Systems, we say, people leave, people come and go, systems stay. Systems stay, systems improve, systems become the backbone, the skeleton, the real asset of the business. We've got 70 years experience. We'd love to share it with you. So book a business empowerment discovery call with us today. 30 minutes that really will take you on a completely different path than where you're heading now. Compound interest, the 8th wonder of the world. If Einstein says it's the 8th wonder of the world, probably pretty good chance it is. And of course, another beautiful quote of Einstein's, you know, the more I know, the more I realize I don't know. And that's whether you're in small, medium, or large business. The further up the ladder you go, the more you realize, yeah, I know a lot. And there's a lot of stuff I don't know as well. So it's what is it you don't know that you don't even know that in fact will create that empowerment moving up the business empowerment path. Come book a business empowerment discovery call with us. Let us help you take the shortest possible path from where you are now to where you want to get to. Empowering your future. Simple, easy, effective solutions to increase your profitability and growth. I look forward to hearing from you when you book your business empowerment discovery call. See you soon.